Welcome to How To with Cast and Crew, CMAP's Learn As You Go production. This isn't your ordinary how-to program. Not only will the audience be getting a how-to lesson today, but so will the TV crew. This show is part of a training workshop for local residents, so bear with them, as you may see a few mistakes during this hands-on training program.
Hi, welcome to How To with Cast and Crew. My name is Judy Keyes, and this is my sister Debbie Maxwell. She's in here from North Carolina. Hi, Deb.
Hi.
That sounds kind of silly, but anyway, she is my sister, and we're going to be cooking for you today. We've got some salad, a rice salad with some shrimp and red bells, green onions, red onions, some celery, and some shrimp. So Debbie's going to be putting that together for you. And over here we're grilling some Polish sausage and some Silva's linguiça. And we wanted to make something that was kind of 4th of July, but kind of something that you could make any time of the day, not any time of the day, any time of the year, and you could enjoy it. Because with this salad, it's got pineapple and some mandarin oranges, isn't it? But with this salad, what's neat about it is that you can also put some chicken in it. So if you had leftover chicken, it would be a great thing to put leftover. What do you think about beef, Deb?
I don't think I'd put beef in this.
No, just.
I mean, you could use beef in it by adjusting some of the other things in it, or the dressing. I would probably change somewhat.
Yeah.
A little bit.
So tell what did we? We put some coconut milk in the dressing. We put
some seasoned rice vinegar, some fresh grated ginger, and some curry powder, because we felt that all of the fruit and these flavors went very well with curry.
So if you're going to do it for beef, what do you think? What do you think you'd change?
I think I would probably omit.
I think I'd admit, well, the pineapple and the mandarin orange is okay. The red bells, everything except for, well, I don't know.
I just, maybe just because I had it in my mind to make it with shrimp. So, but you really could.
But you could make it like a Thai thing, and you could put basil. Right. You could put basil in it.
That's what I would say.
I'd probably switch the basil out with the curry powder, maybe.
Or what, we were going to use fresh mint in it, so perhaps maybe you would add some Thai basil, some chiffonata Thai basil in it, as opposed to the mint.
Oh, okay.
Or a combination of the two, which actually would work
because
really well.
Actually nowadays people just mix like whatever tastes good to you.
Right.
I mean, this is kind of a combo.
This is some very finely minced jalapenos, and of course you could use these to taste. But a good thing to do is taste one before you add it in. We've already tasted, so we're just gonna.
Yeah, because I mean, I think, and I know that from what I understand, when they grow peppers that grow in a large field can be
cross-pollinated.
They can be really hot in certain areas of the field, and then not as milder in other areas of the field. I don't know, it has something maybe to do with the soil or something.
I think so, and I think they can also cross-pollinate with other peppers.
Oh, okay. Here, let me hold this.
This is we use some bay shrimp. Because of the size of everything else that's in it, we felt that this would make it a nice blend. You could use larger shrimp. You could, grill shrimp and put it on it. I think you can use it in any way you want. You could make it without it and then have grilled skewered shrimp or something on the side. But this is kind of a fun. We thought this would be kind of a fun salad, something different than potato salad or pasta salad. Something that had a little different.
And everybody's like all this no carb and everything, but sometimes you just need to have that, the rice and the fruit. And,
it's also more economical if you're serving a lot of people.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
You have to have carbs unless you have a large budget.
If you go low carb and you're serving 15 to 20 people, I mean, you're talking a lot of either beef or chicken or a combination, and then you have to think about what you can serve with that, because people want to eat something.
Well, the nice thing too is that you could make this salad omitting the protein, whatever you chose for it, and it would be vegan.
And it would be low fat, because we didn't there's no oil in this.
Well, the coconut oil.
Well, there's only coconut
milk, but you can use the light coconut milk also, which is available now in the store.
Look at the color.
And it's really a beautiful color. the combination of the curry powder was originally white until we added the curry powder, which gave it this beautiful yellow color.
That's
so
good.
we're gonna pour.
And we get to taste it. Well, we have to taste it, you know, because we have to, and then you have to adjust it for salt because this is we use jasmine rice, and Nob Hill is very gracious to us. They sponsor us, and they have a really neat, their book that they put out once a month has a lot of different recipes, and one of the recipes in there was actually a jasmine rice with for pudding.
No, it was the pudding.
It was a pudding, and so but we saw the jasmine rice and we thought, and then we saw the paella, and we thought, oh, you know, this sounded good. So we sort of kind of came up with this.
Well, one thing too I wanted to mention, and that is, if you're making a rice salad, you don't start with hot rice.
Okay, so tell them what
basically
we did.
What we did was we cooked the rice according to the package, and jasmine rice has a little different ratio to water than other rices, so you always want to check the package and make sure that you get that correct. After that, we cooked it, took it off the stove, and then to cool it quickly, we spread it on a sheet pan, let the steam escape for a while, and then we put it into the refrigerator. You could leave it out if it's in a cool place. We just needed to speed it along a little bit. So we put it in the refrigerator. And actually, it works very well to cool it down. I mean, if it was slightly warm, that's not bad. And then, of course, you'd want to chill it before serving it. And you can bring it closer to room temperature at the time of service, but you don't want it to be warm and stay warm because of the protein that you've got in it. So you need to be careful about that.
Well, it's sort of like the way they cool rice down, except for they use a fan when they pour the vinegar over when they're making sushi.
Right. Well, shall we give it a taste? Because then I have a little more dressing.
Oh, yeah.
Here, you want to try that?
This is really how-to with cast and crew, but they're running the camera, so we get to taste it. I'm sorry. But you guys get to eat it later. We'll share. That's really good. I think it needs a little bit more dressing.
Okay. And now we need to put a little salt, and then we're going to put the fresh mint on it.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll be
we
set.
have fresh mint. You know, and I know mint like grows wild. So when you plant some mint, you know, can you guys see the smoke coming up? But when you plant mint, make sure you either plant it in some sort of container that's, you know, that's
otherwise
like,
you will have
a
yard of mint.
You'll have a mint garden.
Your entire garden will be mint. It'll smell very good, but you'll never get rid of it.
Isn't this neat? Did you see this? This is neat. I really like this. I've never used one before.
Oh, the little
but it's an
countertop
electric.
grill.
It's electric, which is kind of, it's really neat. So then what we're going to do is, okay, then we're going to take these are Polish sausages, and this is the linguiça. And what we're going to do is, we're going to wipe them with a little bit of barbecue sauce, and then we're going to slice them on the angle, and then we're going to serve them with some mango chow that we've already made. And we'll tell you how we made it when we have the buffet set up and everything. But right now we're just going to have to kind of move these things around because we're going to smoke ourselves out of here.
I think what's really nice, a lot of times you're doing a barbecue and everybody's expecting the same fare. And it's nice to have an alternate, you know, item to cook. If it's your meat, sausages are, you know, very typical at a barbecue, but how we're going to treat them later at serving is going to make the difference.
Yeah, because when you come home from work, you don't always have time to put those ribs on the barbecue,
right,
or the chicken on the barbecue, and you know, you kind of want like a different flavor.
Yes.
And the kids like the hot dogs.
Right. You know, you can. I mean, and you certainly can omit the chow, which is a little bit on the spicy side.
Yeah, because it has habanero in it, and it has garlic, and lots of good flavors. Well, these are getting really nice and cooked. I don't know if you guys can you see these? What we did was we took the sausage. This is the
linguiça.
The linguiça, and we cut it and then we sliced it in half so that it would grill better on here. And this is like, well, I know I'm not sure if most people are really, they eat linguiça, but linguiça is really good with like eggs and it's really good actually.
Good all the time.
And it's, you know what? It's really good. I bet you if you omitted the the shrimp out of that salad, you could almost serve it with some
sausage.
With some sausage
Sure.
chopped in.
Well, it's like we were saying before. This is kind of a fun thing to make, and you can use whatever you've got. If you've got extra fruit left over from a fruit salad, I probably would not use a watermelon because that's got too high of a water content. And also, one thing that you want to make sure of is that you drain your fruit very well before you're putting it in, because it will dilute your salad. And I've got some mint that I've chopped, and I'm just going to add it to the top, and that should finish it off with a little bit of salt.
So you're going to toss it now?
And then I'm going to mix it. One thing about anytime you have any kind of grain and you're salting it, you'll salt it, it'll taste great, and then you'll put it in the refrigerator ready to serve it. Always want to make sure that you taste it to balance your seasoning before you put it on the table to serve. And I don't know, do you think we need a little pepper in this, or do you think that the jalapenos are going to
I think the
right?
well, yeah.
I guess if people want a little pepper in it. We're using white pepper.
Because when I cooked the rice, I salted the water.
Oh,
and
that's
then,
very
And then
important.
after we salted the water, then when it cooled it, and then my sister asked me, did you salt the water? I said, yeah. She goes, well, you can just taste a little bit. So then we salted it a little bit while it was cooling off.
Right.
And then you can see, well, but this was approximately, that was 4 cups of rice that we cooked.
Yeah.
But jasmine rice, unlike white rice, does not cook up in the same volume. So it was like a cup of jasmine rice to like a cup and a half of water, which
Instead
is
of 2 cups of water.
instead of
Right.
which is like a half
So
a
you
cup
have
less.
right.
It's a quarter less than what normal rice, takes. But I think that looks really good.
I think that's nice.
Isn't that pretty? Can you guys see
very,
this?
It's very colorful.
Can we see this? Can you guys see that?
Well, it has the.
I don't know. I don't know if they're shooting from the mirror. Can you guys nod if you can see it, you guys? Hello.
Yeah.
But anyway, well,
I'm pleased with the color that this has.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is. I know you guys have all seen this new show. What is it? Last Comic Standing. This is Last Cook Standing.
Yeah,
anyway,
I'm just going to toss the rest of
I'll
this
just put it in there
because there's not much left.
And because actually sitting over there in the corner that you're going to be seeing after when we set up the buffet is our mom, and she's here today with us too. And we've got some stories.
She's our real critic.
She's
our critic.
Yeah, so we,
She loves everything we do. That's why we call her our critic.
Because that's why we know we will always succeed, because she always gives us these, pats in the back, and that's why sometimes you have a hard time. My mother and my father have always been very supportive of my sister and I, and that's. And I think that's why we've always been real good friends until today. But anyway, no, we are. But I have the barbecue sauce right here, and I think I just turn this down because you have to be really careful with this. I know it's because we're going to start the sprinklers coming down here. But all this is with some bottled. Actually, this was a bottle of barbecue sauce that I brought back from South Carolina when we went to the barbecue.
Oh, to the prestigious pig pickin'.
To a pig pickin'. Now, we don't have those kinds of things in California.
We have lots of them in the South.
We don't pick pigs. We pick flowers here. But we don't have pig pickings here.
No, but you have barbecues. That's really
we have like the rib cook-off and stuff like that. That's in like Reno, I think, in September. Usually, I think it's in September. But they have a lot of pigs in South Carolina, and they have like really good barbecue. But they had on the tables, they had all these barbecue sauces. So
that was in the
anything but tent.
Right.
Which I think was kind of interesting. I think we're going to enter something in there next year.
Yeah.
Because anything but meant that it was
anything but pork.
But pork or
anything but pork of any kind.
Yeah.
It couldn't be like pork ribs. It could be anything but pork. So you could do salads, desserts.
We had some
hors d'oeuvres,
interesting things there.
Starter, whatever people like to call the. It was really. It's actually, I think, one of the most fun parts.
But I think we can. I think we're going to be able to come up with something.
I hope so.
And actually, something like this.
Yeah,
because
this would
that's
work
not
well.
something that they.
Well, and plus on the coast, the shrimps are easily available on
Yeah,
both the east
that
and west
you know that
coast.
might not be a bad idea to do, because
Yeah.
that's something real different.
I'll put that down on my list of things to do.
And my sister's she's actually a chef at Nordstrom's back in North Carolina, so I have to be really careful and try to
Be nice to me.
be nice to her so that I can go back there and eat in Nordstrom's.
No, but what better way to be nice to somebody than to cook for them?
Yeah, and you don't have to cook expensive. This
No.
stuff's not real expensive.
No.
I mean, even the shrimp in there, Nob Hill, I think what it was like, $4.99 a pound or something like that.
And you only have a pound in here.
And then, yeah, but look
And
at
you-
how far it goes.
And
I
you
mean,
could, it's just for the flavor. It's not, we're
Yeah.
eating shrimp for dinner. But if you wanted to make it more of an entree salad,
did you see that? Well,
slipping
shot
one out
off there.
there. You could add more shrimp and make it, more of an entree salad as opposed to a side dish. So that's something.
Yeah, because
that-
you could like put a mound. You could do like something really fancy,
a timbal.
a timbal. And Debbie, what is a timbal?
It's a molded presentation of rice or.
And
some
how would
other-
we do that?
You would take that. You can buy food molds. A lot of the different food gourmet shops, and you would pack this prepared salad.
But could you use like a cup?
You could. Well, I will get to that.
Oh.
You could use. The only nice thing about the timbal is that it's open. I mean, the mold is open, so you have air through it. You just oil it a little bit, and then you pack it nice and tight, and then you slip it
Could you
out,
use a
and then it's
vegetable
formed.
can? Could you use a vegetable can that you cut at each end?
You could absolutely use a vegetable can for that. But anyway, it makes kind of a fun presentation.
Well, then you
if
could
wanna
do that without the shrimp, and then you could like grill
shrimp
shrimp and then put the really fancy shrimp around it and make it look real fancy and everything.
Yeah, if you
And
have
then-
the time, you can do anything.
Yeah, we have time. We have a lot.
Should
of
we
time.
do it now?
No, we don't have time.
No, we don't have
Oh,
time.
no,
now.
we don't.
But
We
those
have
are just.
time.
But
But-
if the one thing, if you do that, is you want to make sure that the sizes of the ingredients are fairly equal to each other, so you can pack it more densely and makes a better presentation.
Well, we're going to go. We're going to come back, in a few seconds. Well, it'll be if you won't notice it, but we're going to know. But we'll be working. Well, she'll be working. No, anyway. We're going to put this all together, and we're going to put a buffet, and you're going to meet our mom, not just my mom, but her mom too. And then we're all going to eat, and we're going to talk some more.
And
then we'll show you what we're going to put on the
sausages.
those are sausages. Okay? So don't forget to come back. Well, you're going to come back anyway, because I know you want to taste this. But this is not Scratch TV, so. But anyway, see you in a few.
If you're interested in learning television production like today's crew, become a member at CMAP. Then you too could take part in the production of a future episode of How To with Cast and Crew. Find out how by visiting our website at www.mycmap.org.
Hi, welcome back to Cast and Crew. How To with Cast and Crew, sorry. I want to introduce my mom. This is Lorraine Samuel.
Hi.
And she's my mommy.
Okay.
And it's my sister Debbie, my sister Debbie. I want to say a few things about the cast and crew, how nice they are, how much fun this is, and I think that if you have any feelings about working in the TV industry or just want to have some fun, I think that you ought to come down and talk to Kelly Abbott or one of the people that work here and see if you can get on take some classes or something. I think you have a really fun time. It's interesting. It's something different that you've probably never done before. But if you have any, feelings about doing filming or anything, this is where you're going to learn how to do it. I know this is the first time my mom's ever been on TV,
Yes.
and my sister has been on radio before, and she's been on TV with me before too. I've done this a few times, and it's a lot of fun. I have another cooking show called Cooking for All Seasons, and I hope that you'll tune into that too. The other thing I want to talk about is Nob Hill. Nob Hill is our sponsor. I really appreciate them when we do cooking shows for How To with Cast and Crew. They sponsor all the food. I want to say hi to Kristen, who's in the meat department. She's great. There's, let's see, there's Gloria, and there's Gina in the seafood department, and there's just a lot of help, and Vito, who's one of the managers. So if you have anything that you need special, I'm sure they'd be more than happy to help you over at Nob Hill. So I just want to say thank you to them too. So what do you guys think? Does this look okay? Here we have some watermelon. We just cut it up. These are nasturtiums. They're edible flowers. My sister was tasting
They're peppery.
They're sort of peppery taste.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily something you want to eat along with the watermelon, but we just thought they looked festive.
But they look pretty, and you have to be really careful too when you're putting things on on food that you're going to eat. You have to make sure that it's something that's edible, because you don't want to poison somebody.
Well, yeah, you have to make sure that it's organically grown, because if it's nasturtiums you bought from a florist, they aren't necessarily suitable to eat, because they probably have been sprayed. But if you can buy
you grow them in your garden or something,
right?
You know what you put on them.
Right. It's just you can't go to a florist and buy floral quality flowers, and then
you
can decorate with them, but you can't necessarily consume them.
So, Mom, what do you think? This is the rice salad.
Wonderful. I tasted it before. It's delicious and different, and it's really interesting, and it's very suitable for different variety of ingredients. I think you've done a fantastic job,
and
both of you.
Remember we talked in the beginning of the show. This is the mango chow that my sister made. Debbie, why don't you go ahead and tell us what's in it?
This recipe comes via a very good friend of mine who's born and raised in Trinidad, and it's typically made with green mango and fresh lime juice, habanero chilies, which are the little orange ones that look like a lantern, and they're extremely hot, and fresh garlic and salt and pepper. And typically in Trinidad or in Tobago, you would take your green mangoes to the beach and on your other ingredients and sit on the sand and create your picnic making it there. But it's very good for a variety of any kind of meat, fish.
I know it's like really.
I don't think it's my favorite on beef, but you could use it on
but it's really good on grilled chicken.
On a grilled chicken, even if it were on tri-tip, if that was marinated perhaps. It's a great salsa. If you're eating it, on the beach, you have it in larger pieces or just as a snack food. We modified its presentation to a small, relish style. And because the linguiça is a spicy sausage, we felt that this would be, in place of, say, pickle relish, if that's what you like to have on your sausages, and a lot of people do. So this is kind of an alternate to that, or an alternative to that. And it's made with fresh cilantro as well. In Trinidad, they call cilantro shadow Benny, which I always I thought was an interesting word for an herb. It grows all over the place there.
Yeah.
But if you use a green mango, that's the classic way to make it. Although if you like it sweeter, you can use a more ripe mango. And it sure is colorful.
Well, my mom's here, and this year they're celebrating their 60th wedding anniversary. And my father, Alan, he's at home. Probably waiting for my mother to come home and cook him dinner. But anyway, she's with the arts today. And my sister and I my mother's always cooked. I mean, I always remember a lot of really fun times that we all enjoyed eating my mom's cooking. She's originally from San Francisco, and my father is also, we're technically I think fourth generation Californian. And my mother's, one of the favorite things that she makes is spaghetti, and she's definitely a spaghetti type person. And spaghetti crab, the whole California thing. But I think my sister has an idea about what was one of the most interesting things about my mom when we grew up was what, Debbie?
Well, the most interesting thing, or it became the most challenging thing for me as I
As
started
far as cooking, yeah.
on my own and for my family, was timing everything. And understanding, you know, how long things take, and, you know, multitasking, and then, you know, making a schedule in your mind. And some people like to do that with a list these days, but my mother had this phenomenal knack of always having everything hot and ready simultaneously. And not only that, but they would stay hot on the table. Everything that was supposed to stay hot stayed hot, and everything that
I think she had like magic dust or something.
And you know, I may get everything to the table, but it still doesn't stay like that. And I'm waiting for that to happen one of these days.
Oh, well,
but
you
it's
do.
true, and that was the greatest challenge, was to learn how to do that. You know, she led by a great example, and I'm very thankful that we got to eat her cooking in addition to her being our mom.
I wasn't aware that I was doing
Well,
it.
you
She did a
were.
really good job. I mean, there were times when we had so much company. My mother posted a rates sign on the door with meals included. I can remember many parties of a lot of people, you know, being in the house, and a lot of food. But I mean, just like real food, not, you know, just good food, not fancy, and not, but just food that everybody wanted to eat. And I hope that you all will enjoy what we've cooked today. We'll take your family and have some fond memories of your moms and your dads, and just have like a really good time. Okay, like I'm getting all choked up. But anyway.
Well, how lucky can you be?
This is fun, and I hope that you'll take this month and this opportunity to be with your family and cook together and enjoy life together and just have a really, really good time. I thank again to the cast and crew. Remember, if you get a chance, or if you think you just want to come down, and you can come and sit in one of these and be a part of this. So thanks again to Nob Hill for sponsoring us. And I want to take this time to invite the cast and crew. Well, we're the cast, they're the crew, but we're here and we know we're eating. And I know that they want to eat. So can you guys unplug yourselves, leave one of the cameras going, and come on down and let's have something to eat.
We'll help serve you.
Okay.
That's
Thank
very
you.
nice.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you for all being here. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Debbie.
Thank you.
Thank you for being
sweetie.
here.
Yeah, thank you for asking me.
Come on down. Everybody smile.
Here
Here we go.
Okay, we need some plates here.
Let's get the plates out.